Steam locomotives were some of the most powerful machines ever built. They pulled trains that fueled our imagination. They represented vision, collaboration, ingenuity, customer service, and extraordinary human achievement. But in order to get to their destination, it took someone guiding them through a series of switches in order to get to the main line. Just like leaders today, it takes someone directing them down the right path in order to get to their destination. Welcome to Mainline Executive Coaching ACT, which stands for and Cultural Transformation, hosted by Master Certified Intelligent Leadership Executive Coaches Michael Bailey and Rich Barron. With over 50 years of successful cultural transformation and quantum leadership development between them. Brought to you by Intelligent Leadership Executive Coaching, the world's foremost authority on cultural transformation and intelligent leadership development. Once again, thanks for joining us and enjoy today's show.
Here we are, right between Christmas and the New Year's, about to begin a journey into the brand new year, 2023. This is Mainline Executive Coaching ACT, ACT, Action, and Cultural Transformation. Big deal, big deal. They work together, leadership and transformation of your culture. How do we do that? Well, let's start here. Leaders, this is not going to be easy to tell you, but we got to tell you. Somebody's got to tell you.
Yeah.
Right? Rich, my partner, Rich Barron, I'm Michael Bailey. Somebody's got to tell you. And here's the news. Leaders, you're probably getting the wrong feedback. And it's probably not just probably, it's more like really, really likely you're getting the wrong feedback. And let's talk about it, Rich, in terms of a sports kind of analogy, shall we?
Yes, absolutely.
Let's talk about it in terms of baseball. You know, maybe you've got a young man that's is being encouraged by his dad or whomever to get on that baseball field, and you should play in this position. This is the position. This is the coveted position that you should be in, and they really push them and encourage them to do that. And then somebody comes along, somebody who really understands the game, really understands the players, and sees that young man or perhaps even a young woman out there playing, and then makes this aha discovery. Open that up for us, Rich. Tell us about that.
Michael, just a little background. I have been around baseball for years, played it growing up. I've got a son that's on a college level baseball now. I had another son, the older son, that played at the college level. And so I saw growing up so many different coaches. Now, here's the problem is when these kids are younger, you see a dad that's out there coaching his own team, and he's got a son on the team, and boy, this kid's going to be a pitcher, or he's going to be a shortstop, or he's going to be second base, one of those middle infielders, and that's it, or maybe a catcher. And I saw this so many times, and unfortunately, the majority of those times I saw that, these kids were in the wrong positions. And as they grew older, they even burned out of the sport because they weren't being taught to excel and giving feedback and being put in a position that would really amplify their natural abilities. So what happens? You've got maybe players on the team that aren't in the right place. You've got players on the team that have the ability to be, in a different position. I'm going to give you an example, Michael. My son. Now, he was a phenomenal hitter. As a matter of fact, he would go to these home run derbies, and he would place usually in the top 2 in about every single home run derby he ever hit in. But guess what? He became a PO in high school, a pitcher only, wasn't in the batting lineup at all. And now look at where he's at. He is on because there were others on the team that were better suited for running the bases or, along those lines. And so his skills and abilities were as a pitcher. Now he's gone on to college to be a pitcher. Now he's in college he's a PO, pitcher only. And the reason he's done that is because he had some coaches who gave him some feedback. We're not afraid to challenge him to do better in a certain place. Now he loves it. Now he understands why. He understands why. But here's the thing. If you've got a coach that's not giving you the correct feedback, that's maybe he's got his arm around you saying, yeah, I get it. You want to be this. So, okay, you're that. Without getting you the hard feedback on where you need to truly work on your own personal skills and abilities, you're being cheated. You're being given the wrong information. And that does nothing but hurt you. Or worse, you decide you're going to go at it alone without a coach and have no clue where you should be working on those strengths and gaps, or even what those strengths and gaps are.
So getting the right feedback in terms of your natural abilities, your talent, whether it's playing third base or shortstop or right field or catcher or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
And each of those have a kind of a unique set of skills. I mean, you got to catch the ball,
absolutely
throw
very
the
unique,
ball, all that kind of stuff. But there's a fine tuning that goes that a player may have that just happens to fit that particular position more than any other position.
Yep.
If you don't have that kind of objectivity, that kind of clarity, that kind of honest feedback for somebody to say, you know, here's what I see. You got this, 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 and this. This is like perfect for first base.
Yeah.
Or, you know, this is like, you know, just ideal for the catcher position.
Yeah.
If you don't have that kind of clarity and specificity about what your talents are, you may be playing in the wrong position out there. And as you said, you get burned out because you're not using your own natural talents and abilities and excelling because you're kind of crimped in doing something else that's not natural to you.
Yeah.
The thing about this MLEI that we offer you folks time and time again is and I think we've said it before, we have not found not one person who's taken this. And we've done it for many, many people who have gotten it right in terms of what their natural skills and abilities are and the confidence that they feel about those. They can have high confidence in a number of these areas, but that's not where their skills are. But they keep playing to those for whatever reason, and they're missing out on who they really are, what their real potential is, where they could really excel and shine as a leader. So getting that right is huge. And if you don't get it right, you mean you're going to be, we've talked about it before, stress and struggling and burnout and feeling frustrated and stuck in that middle management position. Because I'm talking to you middle managers out there. You want to excel and you want to be a leader and you're kind of stuck there. And sometimes they're stuck there literally for years, sometimes for decades, because they've never figured out what are my real talents? What's my real potential? So they keep playing against themselves. They're not happy. They're not motivated. They lose that sense of, purpose and direction in who they are and what they can bring to the organization, simply because they're playing in the wrong position. You know, you're not a shortstop guy. You're actually a right fielder. And you think, well, I don't want to be a right fielder. But as you said, the talent to be in the right field is a guy or a gal who's got a powerful arm that can just throw that sucker all the way to third base or
fast
home,
with a strong arm. Same thing with all the outfielders. Incredibly important positions. But Michael, a lot of times we see these guys, like you just mentioned, in these middle management positions or whatever, that are trying to emulate maybe somebody else. Man, this guy's doing it, so I'm going to do exactly what he's doing. Well, guess what? This guy's got a different set of leadership abilities than you do. And maybe he's used a coach and understands where he needs to plug into this. A lot of these guys we talk about, Michael, they fake it till they make it.
Or they fake it till it breaks them.
Yeah, breaks them. And, it doesn't need to be like that. Doesn't need to be like that.
Nope. We got the answer here for you. We've offered it to you. We're offering it to you again. It is that MLEI survey that will nail it for you. It will actually nail it for you. Plus, you'll spend some time with Rich and I as we unpack it for you. $500 value. Why you would not take it, I have no idea, because this is a game changer. I mean, literally, it is a game changer.
Yep.
Now, you get yourself in the right position. You understand how you really work. Game changer. all the other crap, lack of confidence, the self-doubt, all this other BS that can go on in your head, all that starts just starts to disappear, fade away, because now you're playing from your position of real strength, your real aptitudes, what makes you happiest in that leadership role.
Yeah.
All that stuff goes away, and the great stuff now comes into play.
Yeah.
So, invitation.
There you go. Yeah, and
How do they get hold of it?
Yeah, for our listeners out there who are maybe not, in the United States where we're at, we can do this globally. It doesn't matter where you're at. We can do this anywhere you're at and have that conversation with you. So you don't have an excuse not to. You really don't. Other than one of the ones we've heard a million times before, I don't have the time, or
I don't have the time.
maybe next week, maybe next month, and here's the good one. Let's check back in 6 months when I'm not so busy. Okay.
Yeah.
And here's a kicker, Michael. Those 6 months or that year or whatever is going to go by, whether or not you are working with a coach and developing your skills. Where do you want to be at that end of that 6 months? Same place you're at right now with the same excuses? Or going down the path to leadership skills? And guess what? You can't fake it. You can't fake it till you make it, and it takes time. If you don't have the time, well, I guarantee you do.
And here's the deal. If you want to know, if you're a little scared, a little worried about, if you're a little bit insecure about that, everyone is.
Yeah.
Everyone is.
Yeah.
Just a silly person that's all caught up in their own, PR is going to be, oh, I'm going to ace this one. It's not about acing anything. It's about just finding out who you are. You can't fail it.
Yeah.
There's no failure in this. It's just determining, what is the play that you've got going on for you. Yeah. So there's really nothing to be afraid of. You may be a little anxious about, what the turn is going to be. And we actually had a woman said that the other day. I'm kind of anxious out. She scored phenomenally.
Yeah.
Phenomenally.
Yeah.
So don't let the fear, don't let the scary stuff get you in the way. It's about leadership. It's about pressing past the fear and doing it anyway.
And starting that path, because again, this is just the beginning. It's just the beginning.
Just the beginning. I like that, Rich. Just the beginning.
Yeah.
So how do they get hold of us?
Executive Leaders Act, ILEC.com. Go there. And R. Barron at intelligentleadershipec.com, M. Bailey at intelligentleadershipec.com. You can find us on LinkedIn. There is no shortage of ways to get hold of us.
There isn't. Just don't come to my door.
There's no shortage. Yeah.
Well, you go to my door.
Yeah. Yeah. Snail mail. Give you our address.
Snail mail. That's right.
Yeah.
All right. Sounds good. All right, folks. All the best to you. Spread the word. We love it. We got people. We still have got people coming from all over the world. It's amazing.
Yes.
It's amazing.
Yes.
So thank you. Thank you so very much.
Okay. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.
All the best.
With all of the issues facing organizations today, leadership development and cultural transformation are needed more than ever. Go to our website, Executive Leaders Act, ILEC.com. Book some time with us. Let's sit down and talk and get you on the path to success. This podcast was brought to you by Intelligent Leadership Executive Coaching, ILEC, the world's foremost authority on leadership development and cultural transformation. Once again, for Mainline Executive Coaching, ACT, this is Rich Barron and Michael Bailey. Thank you for joining us, and take care.